Any injury updates, Nigel?
Nothing new from the other night. We did a recovery session yesterday, and again we'll look at the situation again today, and then make decisions from there. So there's nothing new to bring up now.
Watching some of the analysts after the game at Stamford Bridge, and they were talking about the impact that Danny Welbeck made. He's got a good record against Norwich. He scored against them 3 times, all coming on as a substitute. Will that influence your thinking?
Does that worry?
Will that influence your thinking? The fact that he's come on and scored as a substitute quite a few times against Norwich.
Possibly, but it's more about how I feel that we will be best suited setting up in the game. So, yeah, historical facts, yeah, but I'll assess the players again today, and the decisions will be made based on that and what we think is right for this game.
Well, you'll be relieved to know I'm not going to call this a 6-pointer. I'm not going to call it a must-win game, but it's a pretty big game, isn't it?
Yeah, look, we recognise how important the game is, so it's one that we look forward to. We want to get a response from, a reaction from. Another defeat the other night, which was disappointing, but there were some good signals from that game. So, look, all these games now are big, and we just have to embrace the challenge.
Your home form has been pretty decent, particularly since you arrived, taking some big scalps. Is home advantage more than just the crowd?
Well, I mean, if you look at the situation at the minute, I think it's not necessarily been as straightforward as that. The important thing for us is to detach ourselves from all the ifs and buts and make sure our performance is as good as it can be. We're playing on familiar territory, and so it's just important for us that we get the right performance and like I say, build on some positive things from the other night.
You know all about fighting spirit in these situations among players, Nigel. Do you sense that in your current group?
Yeah, there's a desire to improve on our performances and results for sure, and the important thing is that we retain get the balance right between being calm about the situation, but also recognise the necessity to perform and pick points up.
And finally, from me, I've been asked to ask you about whether or not you're a fan of these water breaks, and should they carry on after things get back to normal?
Well, get back to normal. I don't know what the normal will be. What I would say is I understand the thought process about it. Initially, we're all thinking it's going to be very, very hot. It's something that's been decided on. Am I a fan of it? Not really. But again, it's a part of the fabric of this mini tournament that we're playing in. So we just get on with it.
It's been used for coaching, isn't it, really?
We are told that we shouldn't do, but everybody is. And why not? It's an opportunity.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Okay, cheers.
Hi, Nigel. You said you want your players to embrace the challenge. They've obviously had to overcome significant challenges just to be a professional footballer. Are you asking them to lean on those during their life and really you take inspiration from those?
I can't give you a general answer on that. I think the important thing is that we understand our situation, that we don't fear it. We've placed ourselves in a more realistic position than we were in at one point in the season, and now it's now about being able to perform in a way which gives us the best chance. Do we believe in ourselves? Do I believe we've got good players? Yes. And I think the players are really keen to improve on our current form. We need to show fighting spirit, but we also need to have the ability to still make good decisions and play as well as we can. So it will mean different things to different players. The most important thing is that we have unity on the pitch, and that will be a key factor for us.
How would you assess the confidence level of your players, perhaps particularly your attacking players, compared to how it's been throughout your stay so far?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've not created the types of chances and certainly not scored goals in the way that we have done in the past. But again, that is something that we will continue to work at, and individuals always have a better opportunity and chance to certainly as forwards if the teams function as well as possible. But confidence, yeah, players may question themselves confidence-wise, but again, the framework of what we try and do as a team will help that. And I look at our players in training. I look at our players. You look into their eyes, and I get lots of positive signals back from them. And we just have to back ourselves and keep calm about it. But also, like I've already said, we've got to perform, and we've got to find ways of winning games. And if it's ugly sometimes, I don't care. It's just about getting enough results.
Norwich seem to be saying they're now playing for pride. How do you go about beating them?
Well, we've got to be at our best, and we can't underestimate the fact that they've got some good players, and they're as an attacking force, they're quite creative, and in many ways for them, they don't have they probably don't have the visible pressure because of what you've said, but they'll still be until anything's mathematically impossible. Don't underestimate anybody, so as far as I'm concerned, we have a healthy respect. But as I've already pointed out during other questions, it's for me about what we do ourselves.
Just finally from me, Nigel, we're speaking to Will Hughes shortly. How would you assess his output recently and his kind of maturity level in the side?
I think he's been absolutely outstanding. So in a period of the season where we've found it difficult to get the results that we want, I think his individual performances, he should take great pride from. But knowing Will as I do, he's hurting as well that we are not picking points up as a team. So he's, for me, he represents something that we need throughout the squad, and that is sometimes you have to be selfish, but he always tries to play the way that the team needs to play, and I think his contribution has been very big for us, and hopefully he will continue to do that.
I know this video was good, so if you like this, you'll definitely like this one.